A poor Lagos driver wakes up a billionaire overnight, shaking the entire country, but just when the world starts asking how, he vanishes without a trace. What he left behind sparked a nationwide hunt, exposed powerful criminals, and led to a truth no one was prepared for. Sunday was a quiet man. He wore old shoes and ironed his shirt carefully every Sunday evening. He was a driver in Lagos. Every day, he picked up his Oga, boss, from the big White House in Ikoyi and drove him to meetings, banks, and parties. His salary was small, but he was always on time. He smiled often, even when there was no reason to smile. Sunday had no car of his own. He lived in a one-room face me I face you in Ajij. His neighbors called him Driver Sunday or just Sunday. But one hot Tuesday afternoon, everything changed. Sunday didn't come to work. His boss called and called. No one picked up. The security man said Sunday's old slippers were gone, and he didn't sleep at home that night. At first, everyone thought maybe he had malaria. But by 10 a.m., Sunday was on every blog and news site in Nigeria. People were shouting, "Sunday is now a billionaire." He was seen wearing a gold agbada, dark shades, and new shoes. He walked into a bank at Ikeja with 4 bodyguards and withdrew cash, bundles of 1,000 Nigerian Naira's notes. He bought 3 Lexus cars on the spot and sprayed the car dealers with money. He even bought roasted corn from a roadside woman and gave her 1 million Nigerian Nairas as tip. What happened? People asked. Where did the money come from? Nobody had answers. His boss was shocked. Sunday is just my driver. He had no money yesterday. Now he's richer than me. Sunday's phone rang all day, but he didn't answer. That evening, videos of him dancing in a club in Lekki went viral. Girls surrounded him. He sprayed money like water. DJs were calling his name, Sunday Money Aye. But by the next morning, Sunday was gone. Police officers came to his compound in Ajij. His room was locked. His neighbors looked confused. Sunday no dey do yohu, one of them said. He even dey borrow rice from me last week. The bank he used said they couldn't talk about their customers. But someone in the bank leaked a clip of Sunday's visit. He had come in with a Ghana-must-go bag full of dollars. He smiled and said, "Change everything to Naira. Big notes. I want to feel the money." Later that day, a popular blogger posted a rumor. Sources say Sunday may have found a bag of money in his boss's car. Another said, he helped one politician move stolen funds and was paid in crypto. Still, no one knew the truth. Meanwhile, Sunday's photos flooded social media. In one picture, he was wearing all white and standing beside a private jet. In another, he held a baby lion on a gold chain. People started calling him Sunday Billionaire. Children chanted his name in the streets. But that evening, news broke again. Sunday was missing. He didn't return to the club. His new cars were found abandoned beside 3rd Mainland Bridge, all empty. No one knew where he went. His phones were off. The cash was gone. His boss called the police. Something is not right. This boy was poor yesterday. Now he's rich today and disappears the next day. The police started investigating. They visited the car dealer, the club, even the woman who sold him corn. They asked her, "What did he say to you?" The woman replied, "He said, 'Mommy, God bless you. Take this and buy corn forever.'" Then he laughed and danced away. They asked the club manager. He said, he paid in dollars. Clean notes. But he kept looking over his shoulder, like someone was following him. Meanwhile, the country was going mad. TikTok was full of Sunday memes. A new song dropped titled, "Sunday Where You Dey?" Reporters interviewed Sunday's village people in Osun State. His mother cried on camera. "My pikin no fit thief. He be good boy. God bless am, but make them no harm am o." Still, no one could find Sunday. But then something strange happened. A CCTV video from the club surfaced. It showed Sunday talking to a man in a black cap. The man gave him a small flash drive and whispered something in his ear. Then Sunday's face changed. He became scared. Was he being blackmailed? Or was he part of something bigger? Sunday's case became national news. The president's office even asked for updates. Everyone wanted to know, how did a poor driver become a billionaire overnight and then disappear the next day? One day, a cleaner at the bank where Sunday withdrew the money found something strange. Behind one of the toilets, taped under the sink, was a small paper. On it, someone had written, "They said if I spend the money, they'll let me live. But now they want me dead. If you find this, tell Mama I tried." The note was signed with a name, S. Ojo, Sunday's full name. The police took the note. Now it looked like Sunday didn't steal the money. Maybe someone used him. The flash drive from the club also surfaced. It was sent to a TV station in a brown envelope. Inside was a video. In it, Sunday looked into the camera and said, "My name is Sunday. I was just a driver. They asked me to move a package. I didn't know what was inside. They said it was important and I would get paid. I didn't know it was stolen money. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry, Nigeria. If anything happens to me, check the airport locker, number 27. The police rushed to the airport. Locker 27 was forced open. Inside, they found a small black box, 10 million Nigerian nairas in cash, and a diary. The diary was Sunday's. In it, he wrote about how he was asked to deliver a car for his boss to one big man in Abuja. But when he got there, the man gave him a bag of money and said, "Keep this. Your boss says you deserve it." Sunday didn't understand. Later that night, another man came to his hotel room with a gun and said, "If you talk, you die. Spend the money. Pretend it's yours. Then disappear." The diary ended with the words, "I didn't plan this. I just wanted a better life. Please forgive me." The nation cried. But where was Sunday now? Was he still alive? Or had the people who gave him the money silenced him? The whole country was now on fire with the story. News stations talked about Sunday every hour. People in buses, offices, and markets argued about him. Sunday is a hero, some said. No, he's a thief, others shouted. But nobody could agree. One morning, something shocking happened. A woman came forward. She said she was Sunday's secret fiancé. Her name was Boss. She sold akara by the junction. She said, "Sunday told me one day, if I ever have money, I marry you big. I'll buy you a house, borehole, and fridge." The night before he disappeared, he told me to go and hide in my aunt's house in Ibadan. He was shaking. I asked what was wrong. He said, "They are watching me." That was the last time I saw him. People were shocked. So Sunday knew he was in danger. Police now began to take the case more seriously. They formed a small team called Operation Sunday. They started following the people Sunday met at the club, the car dealer, the man in the black cap. One officer, Inspector Tond, found something strange. The flash drive Sunday received had more files. Hidden inside were documents showing money transfers, billions of naira, from one big government account to fake companies. The names were strange. Some sounded like real companies. But when they checked, the addresses led to empty lands. One file had a name circled in red, Chief Kola Adebayo. He was a powerful politician. Rich. Influential. Connected. People began whispering, was Sunday just a pawn in something bigger? That night, Inspector Ton got a strange call. The voice said, "Stop digging or you and your family will vanish like Sunday." He dropped the phone and looked around. His hands were shaking. Meanwhile, Sunday's mother got a strange letter at midnight. No address. Just one line. Your son is alive, but only for now. Inspector Ton didn't stop. He quietly called a journalist he trusted. Her name was Linda. She worked with an online media house known for exposing corruption. He told her everything and gave her copies of the flash drive. Linda looked through the files all night. Her eyes widened. These were not just money transfers, these were secrets tied to some of the most powerful people in the country. Suddenly, her laptop shut down. Then the lights in her house went off. She looked out the window and saw a black car parked down the road. She quickly picked up the flash drive, removed the memory card, and hid it in her shoe. The next morning, her house was broken into. But nothing was taken, except her laptop. Linda knew one thing for sure now: this was bigger than Sunday. It was about the people who used him, and who were ready to kill to hide the truth. The public was growing restless. Youth started protesting with placards that said, #Where is Sunday? #Tell us the truth. #Stop killing the poor. TV stations were warned not to cover Sunday's case anymore. The inspector was transferred suddenly to another state. Linda went into hiding. But something new appeared on the internet. A blurry video, posted by an anonymous account. It showed a man tied up in a dark room. His face was swollen. But when the camera moved close, people screamed. It was Sunday. He was alive. His voice was weak. He said, "They made me rich just to silence me later. Don't let them win." Look inside the red Bible in Mama's room. Then the screen went dark. The video disappeared after 1 hour. But it was too late. The whole world had seen it. To be continued in part 2.